Alright. Alright, we've got a busy day today. It's an overall time, so that means working on cars. It's not going to be my Laurel, it's going to be Jess's car. It's been sitting for a bit, haven't really got around to doing anything to it. I got my Laurel back from the body shop as well. They've done a half decent job. I mean, if you really look close, you can tell. But I've got some wheels for it. I've got the same set to go on the front. I will be selling the car. Simply because I just can't afford to drift car like this. I need a seat time. I need to be able to afford to repair it if I crash it again, which is possible, obviously, with my skills. It's a nice car. It's sad to see it go, I guess, but yeah, man, that's what it is, really. Today, I'm gonna be working on, as I said, Jessica's car. I've got some replacement parts. I've got the best Loctite that there is, because we're having issues with the bolts coming loose. So there we go. Gonna get some fuel. I'm gonna go to the garage to pick up some tools and then fix the car. Yeah, let's see. I'll see you there. Alright, so filled up with fuel at Tesco's Momentum, because I think that's the only fuel worth having. Going to the garage, pick up the tools, then I need to go to Halfords because I need to buy an easy bleed because I'm by myself, so I need something to bleed the system with, get some brake fluid, yeah, and then yeah, I'll see you there. Just gonna grab some tools from the garage, and I think I'm gonna try and tidy up, because if everything goes right, the car's gonna go in here. So let's try and move stuff back a bit. It's not the largest car. I mean, this might give it away, which is the fiberglass front we're gonna be putting on. So yeah, let's just move some of the stuff back. So hopefully, if everything goes all right, then I can move the car here. Yeah, so there we go, man. Alright guys, so I've now arrived at my garage, which is significantly more messy than Jess's garage, but I remembered I've got some brake fluid, so I don't have to go to Halfords, and I've also got some stuff to make an easy bleed, so to save some money. So we're gonna grab that now, and then we finally going to see the Mini. Alright guys, so I've now arrived at my garage, which is significantly more messy than Jess's garage, but I remembered I've got some brake fluid, so I don't have to go to Halfords, and I've also got some stuff to make an easy bleed, so to save some money. So we're gonna grab that now, and then we finally going to see the Mini. Alright, so this is how you make an easy bleed. Get a silicone vacuum line. It looks like, it doesn't focus, but it looks like 4mm. Grab a screw of some sort, or even a bolt. That will fit in the end. So perhaps something like this might just do. And then you take a blade and you create a slit about, I don't know, a couple inches. A slit only on one side, so make sure it doesn't go through the other side. And then as you bleed, you obviously press the pedal or whatever you bleed in, and it opens the gap, and as soon as the pressure is released, it closes. So that's obviously ideal. Perhaps not for brakes, but you know, it's good enough for clutch bleeding because it doesn't really need to be 100%. This looks like it might just do the job. So you're going to pop that in and see how that goes. Right, so there's one easy bleed done. Put the bolt in there, and so if you can just about make it out. No, anyway, there's a little slit, and as you apply pressure through there, the slit opens, and as you let go, the slit closes again. So that should be working fine in theory, but we'll see really. Alright, so the memory card in the big camera is playing up, so I need to use my phone, get more tools out. Oh, come on now. Okay, so this will do. Metric tools on the Imperial car are standard. It's not ideal, but I'm sure we'll do just fine. Alright, so we undo the slave from it somehow, and then change the bracket and then bolt the slave back up and bleed it. Alright, looks simple enough, but that's always the case, isn't it? So it's one slave back together. Hopefully it won't leak. Don't really want to be buying a new one because they are actually quite expensive for what they are. I think the cheapest one I found was about £25 for a bit of metal and some rubbers. So we'll put it on and see how we go really, and then bleed it, and hopefully it's okay. Then we can take it for a wash. So the clutch bled using my spectacular device worked just fine. We've got a bit of a problem. We're still missing a bolt that holds the bracket from this side. It did come with the new bracket. I must have left it home, and these two bolts that go on there, they're not really ideal. It seems like somebody must have stripped the thread prior. They seem like metric bolts, not the Imperial ones, so someone must have been there. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I do have a spare clutch cover, they call it a bin lid, so perhaps it's time to change it. So the clutch works, but it's just not really ideal. It's not something I want to be want Jess to be driving, so it needs to get sorted. Perhaps I'll just move the car because it has been sitting for a while, just get her started and drive her up and down the road. I think that's all I can do at the moment. Well, it doesn't seem like I can finish that today. I think Jess is going to be very sad, but it's better to do it properly than sort of halfway and then it's going to break again. So it looks like I need to change the cover on the clutch. We've got the cover, I had it for a while. The reason being there is a tiny little crack. So we bought a new one, never got around to fitting it, and now I need to do it. Those two threads, I don't know, it's full of maybe chemical metal, which is obviously what I was thinking doing, but it seems like someone's already beat me to it. It's very common on those. Perhaps I can try and repair the thread, but might as well do it properly. So I'm gonna wait for the right time. Perhaps we try and move the car somewhere, because it's just dying on the when it's outside. These cars just not made for it, really aren't. Yeah, so I'll catch up with you guys later.